Hey guys, and welcome back to Monada Games. Today we are working on a new speed build. The house is down in the corner there, and I'll probably post it one more time so that you can get a better look at what the house looks like. But I'm really excited to show this house off to you guys. I started this specific generation with absolutely nothing. I wanted to try one of those scenarios that comes with Sims 4. And so I created Phoebe Boucher. And yes, it's because of Bobby Boucher, Waterboy. If you haven't seen that, make sure you see it because it is pretty funny. It has Adam Sandler in it. And I had Waterboy on the brain, and so I went with Boucher. Phoebe was a naturalist, and so not very many Sims in Oasis Springs actually liked her. So we did end up having a science baby, and that science baby, you guessed it, was Bobby Boucher, and it worked out really well because I didn't have to change his gender or anything. He was Bobby to a T. I wanted him to be in the Home Chef Hustle career, so that's what we did. And then he ended up being with the Huntingtons, and then they ended up having two daughters. And then their oldest daughter went into the doctor career. She ended up having three children. The oldest son, I tried to play a little bit more with city living, but his mother actually ended up dying from overheating, or maybe she was too cold. But with seasons, you can literally die from anything. So she ended up dying. He ended up bringing in his siblings and taking care of them. So they lived in an apartment for a little while. He ended up getting a woman pregnant, and then that woman ended up having twins. And so I built them another house in not San Myshuno. What's the other one? Not Sulani. I can't remember what it's called now. Oh, this is a disappointment. Anyways, if I can remember, I will put it on screen. Anyways, they ended up moving into a new city. I built them a house, and I tried to make it spacious enough for everyone to fit because they had the twins and then the two siblings. So altogether there were six people inside the house, but I didn't want to make the house too big to where it took the Sims forever and a day to literally get anywhere. So I made it a 4-bedroom house. So the twins stayed in a room, and then each one of his siblings had their own room. The person that he was with actually adopted a son as well. So we moved out his sister, got her an apartment, and then the adopted son, moved in. And then he ended up just having a bunch of kids, which was wonderful, but also I had to figure out how to like readjust everybody. And then when the twins, which if you haven't seen my cottage dream build, they are the ones that are living inside of that house. If you would like to see me play this specific family, just let me know, leave it down in the comments because I enjoy playing them and I think that you would enjoy watching them. They aren't super drama filled, but I like that about them. I feel like the twins may have children that are a little bit more mischievous because the twins are mischievous, but not overly done. Like they're not mean, they are very nice. So, yeah, we'll see how the next generation goes. We are working on having a family. It's just a little bit difficult because the twins don't seem to really like anybody. And so I did download some Sims from the gallery, and hopefully that helps, and we'll see if they end up finding love because that would be just so great. Okay, so enough about the family. I would like to talk a little bit about this build. I did find this build online, and I tried to copy the floor plan as much as possible. It does change over time just because the family grew and there were two generations in the house at one point. And so I did have to add a basement, which was nice because it had a bathroom, it had a spacious bedroom, and then it also had like a den area for when we would have Winterfest, and there was a grand piano as well. Building this house did take quite a bit of time because it is a little bit bigger than most of the builds that I have done, but I really enjoyed it just because it's big enough for families to fit in, right? And to grow, which is huge in my gameplay because I like to have families and to build up their skills. We did have two generations in this house at one point, and it was spacious enough. In the backyard, there's plenty of room because we have a garden. We end up having a swing set, a trampoline, a basketball hoop, and a pool as well. And then we also had the jungle gym as well back here. So there was plenty of space, which was awesome. This house is currently it's a 3 bedroom house. But like I said, we did have a basement downstairs. We do have a garage as well that could turn into a bedroom if you needed it to be that. There is some CC in this build, but it's mainly all of my decorative items. I also used a CC garage door as well, just because I thought that it looked better than the in-game one. And there's plenty of lighting as well, which was really nice just because the house is so big. And then we are in Oasis Springs, so it just helps the light come into the house and brightens everything up. Now, when I'm building this house currently, there isn't going to be any decorating just because the build itself did take quite a bit of time, and I wanted to spend my own time decorating the house that I wanted to. But I tried not to add too many items to this house just because I wanted it to be affordable in case anybody was trying to not cheat the money and they wanted to actually afford this home. When I have a second, I will upload how much it is, or you could just look it up on the gallery and you will find out how much it is. Now, I started with 31,000 simoleans, I believe, and currently we're down by 6,000 simoleans. The build does include the greenhouse, but the costs that I'm putting into the house doesn't include the greenhouse. But the greenhouse has everything that is kind of pricey when you sell it, which is perfect because the money tree was included in the upload. It should be, if not, I'll re upload it. But there's a money tree, and then I do have dragon fruit and that UFO fruit as well, and those are super pricey. So when you do a super sale, you'll get like 20,000 simoleons, which is huge. The garden is going to pay for itself. The whole reason I was able to do this with Phoebe is because I added a pond. She fished, and anything that I caught that was new, I put it in the little pond that's on this land. And then I would fish, I would sell those fish. She is also a green thumb gardener, so she's top tier for gardening. So everything in the garden was pristine. Like I said, if you sell it, it's 20,000 simoleons. And then she was also an artist. So I had her do a lot of different hobbies to make money. She didn't have a traditional job because that's not what I was looking for. And she was kind of a homebody. So we were just grinding a lot. We did a lot of collecting around Oasis Springs. That's kind of one of the reasons why I picked this specific area, because I knew there would be dig spots, there would be collectibles, and there would be plants that I could just scoop up and plant in her yard. And so that's what I did. We built up her money until I felt like I could build with it. Now, to start off, we did have a small house that I showed in the beginning of this video. That was her starter home. I gradually just built on to that home, but I felt like it was time for us to have a fresh start. And so that's exactly what we did. I moved all of the items that I felt like Phoebe would need still, and then I demolished the house because we didn't need it anymore and we were going to use it to add to what we wanted the house to look like. And I think I was pretty spot on with how it looks. I like the greenhouse in the back, how it's all made of glass. I think this house really fits really well with Oasis Springs, which is what I was going for. That's why I picked the red roof, and then the siding is all stone, which it does look a little bit different from some of the other houses, but it fits in the area, and I'm really proud of it. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire. Never the same. Whenever you're calling my name, I'm taking my sweet time. Hey, whatever the plan, I know I'm holding the best of me out of my hand. I know you'll always understand. Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to